This is an impromptu live from the garden. Hopefully my internet connection holds up. If you're in here, let me know. Can't see people for some reason, and participants, I only see myself. Of course, it might be Amy that's in here. It is so hot out here. I can't even tell you. It's ridiculous. Hey, babe, how are you? Hi, Warren. What's up, Homestead Aquarius? I set this in a perfect spot where it was in the shade. It was perfect. And now the sun is shining right in my face. It's super hot out here, but I'm not moving it. Yeah, it's going to go down. That sun's going to go down behind these trees over here, and it will feel a lot better. It's nice that in the evening, these trees create a good shade over the garden. So this is the time to work, but I figured I'd just try to set up a live from the garden. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so. Amy, we're not going to talk about how I got electricity out here to the garden because it's probably breaking a few laws. There are a lot of laws. Does the stream look good? Because I am out in my garden, so I do have this kind of rigged up, so hopefully it doesn't lag. Okay, good. Yeah, the T-Mobile that I have set up, it works well for upload, but download's horrible. So it's the opposite of what I really want. But it's good for streaming because I can upload video good, but it might take you guys a little while for your comments to get to me. So good. I'm glad it looks good. Yeah, so we're trying to see if we can hit 200 tonight. So we're at 196 right now. Of course, that'll all change tomorrow. YouTube will bring us back down. But if we can get to 200 tonight, I have to touch this electric fence that's right over here on the other side of this table. So I figured, why not? I actually need to test it anyway. I haven't tested it since I put it up. It worked then. We'll see if it works now. Cool deal. Well, we appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I got to pick beans tonight, which I'm not really looking forward to, but we had to wait. It's just too hot today. So, but now that it's in the shade, once I'm done here, I got to go pick beans. I know you saw our video yesterday where we've picked almost 50 pounds of cucumbers. We're pretty amazed by that. Yeah, Warren, I've skimmed past it a few times because I've got kind of a gate fence up, but the top wire I just have straight across, and I have skimmed it a couple of times and not gotten shocked. So, but that's with my hair or my hat. So my hat obviously isn't going to get me shocked, but 47 and a half, I think, Amy, of cucumbers. Of course, I bet if I looked over there now, I'd find the other 3 pounds we need. Sorry, I'm hearing animals out here. Yeah, I think it was just cucumbers. Am I telling a lie here? Now you got me questioning myself. Of course, me looking this up is going to. Ooh. All right, son. This is the one spot with sunlight. Watch this. There we go. That's a fairly clean road right there. Amy, look at the sheets and tell me if what our cucumber count is. Should be on there. Yeah, 47. That's a lot of cucumbers. Oh, no, not yesterday. Yesterday we picked 20 and a half pounds. Yeah, we've it's funny because it's not even really that hot here. It's just hot. It's one of those things where once it gets to a certain point with a high humidity, it's just miserable no matter how hot it is. Because it's only like 93 here, which really isn't that hot overall. I mean, it's hot, but um, it's different. I think it's just not used to it, and it's the same in the north, right? Because like when I lived in Alabama, so where you are, I know how hot it gets, and I'm used to it. But man, It's just super humid today. And hot wind too. Oh, I can't stand that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully our tomatoes, I think we've gotten past our blossom end rot problem, but they're looking pretty good. Ooh, 109. Yeah, that's hot. Oh, yeah. 114 on the Canadian border, huh? Hey, look, I've always said, look, if global warming hits, there's going to be some really good property in Canada. That's all that means. The frozen tundra is going to be gardening front. So it's perfect. I don't know why my phone keeps going off. Yeah, the garden is going wild on us, but keeps producing, so you can keep going wild, I guess, as long as it keeps doing that. Sounds good, Warren. I appreciate you stopping by. Oh, man, it's been a long day. You mean sweating? Is that what I'm doing now? Yeah, fits into that. Yeah, it's been pretty hot, and I'm waiting on some parts for my the second to hook up this next two plots to drip, and um, so we'll see how that all goes. But I don't know, Amy. They look pretty full, so I might get another 10, 20 pounds of beans off of them. I'm not sure though until I get in there. Oh, look, it's Simply Jan here to try to copy something from me. Always copying things, stealing ideas. I bet Jan even uses T-posts. I bet she's got a T-post. Stole it. Yeah, I'm copying your green beans. That's right. For those that don't know her, we were on a stream with Gail the other night talking about people stealing other people's ideas and how sometimes people think that their ideas also are original, and sometimes they're not, and you feel like sometimes people are copying you, but really the truth is most of that stuff's already out there. Yeah, yeah, there aren't. Yeah, because I mean, it's like if you could not do, and I think Arizona Kid said this, if you couldn't repeat an idea that was done by someone else, Shed Wars wouldn't exist because we're all giving our ideas. And, every once in a while you'll see one that's brand new, but usually they learned it from someone else. So maybe it was Amy watching your videos, stealing your stuff and feeding them to me. You don't know it was me. Yeah, I mean, there obviously are new ideas, but it's like, if I were to Google it on and try to find it, almost everything's out there. That's a good thing, though. I mean, it's a good thing about the internet, but we definitely come up with new things every now and then. But we're just trying new stuff, but it's not stuff that we're necessarily inventing, I don't think, unless it's how to put too much nitrogen on your field. Yep. Well, I knew it. I knew it, Jan. I knew you were copying my T-post idea. Amy is the brains of the operation. She really is. It's funny. Anytime I'm in the garden and I'm talking about varieties, I'm always like, I don't know which varieties are what, because really they're all her ideas. She bought most of the seeds, so I just know that there's beans in this row, and there's some random type of beans here, and she can usually say what kinds of beans we planted. We both are really bad at labeling when we put them in the ground because we just want to get them in the ground. And we say we'll figure it out when they fruit. We'll know what they are. And that's kind of how we've been living our lives. Is even the potatoes, we put all the potatoes in, and we're getting some, and they're just random potatoes, it seems. So we'll pull up some fingerling potatoes, and some of them will be Yukon Gold. I will say that at Homestead Aquarius, Shed Wars is an original idea, just in the fact that what it is couldn't have been thought of before. Maybe something like it, but not what you guys have created. Hey, Moon Sprouts, how are you? Yeah, we've got. I mean, we did label our okra, so congratulations to us on that. And then in the second plot, we mostly just planted one type of seed of each thing, so we've got a pretty good idea of what's in there. But everywhere else, we just got to let it grow and see what happens. Like we've got, I think we have like 3 different kinds of pickling cucumbers, but they all look the same to me, so they're just in there. We're just picking them at the same time. Yeah, so we're trying to get to 200. We're at 196 now as far as subscribers go. I was figured maybe we could get 4 on here while I'm here. Oh, it's starting to cool down. I can feel it. As soon as that sun goes behind those trees, it just dropped like 5 degrees over here. Let me see if I can find a cucumber. That didn't take long. Stubby one. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I think it might be time to pick cucumbers again. Some more pickles for you, Amy. This one's really stubby for some reason. And then this one's just kind of overgrown. I might just eat one. What did Billy say? Robert, what did he say? I know he says that every time. We do look fairly similar, though, from a distance. I probably have some of that weed he was talking about around here. Not that kind of weed, but the spiny amaranth in his last video. He was talking about weeds that come up in the garden. I should show some of that. I know there's some over there, but I'm afraid to go get it because it's gonna. Yeah, we definitely do look alike. It's good. I don't mind if I just eat here. It's juicy too. It's kind of like a honeydew melon. Now that's fresh from the garden right there. There really is something amazing about just picking food and eating it, because you spend so much time just, buying stuff from the grocery store, and yeah, exactly. You just buy stuff from the grocery store, you unpackage it, you eat it. You rarely, and I mean, unless you garden, go out and just pick stuff and eat it. And I saw your blackberries are doing good, Robert, and ours are starting to do well. We got a bunch of them, but they're not very big because we didn't get a lot of rain here. Yeah, these are really good. Now, we're going to have so many pickles this year. I wonder, Amy, what are we planting next? Tell me, because I don't know. When we rip up all these winter vegetables, or spring. Hey, yeah, we are planting more corn. So our corn is weird. It's like a Hulk corn. I mean, the stalks are that big around, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's definitely, some of them are gigantic, and they've tasseled at the top. Haven't really started making ears or anything, but they've definitely got some tassels that are up there. So hopefully we get something. This is the first year I've ever really grown corn, I've picked corn and stuff like that, but I've never really kind of been in the middle of it. Like what happens first, what happens second, how does it grow? So I'm learning a lot this year. Hey, Lizzie. Yeah, corn is good. Corn's an amazing plant too. I think it's a beautiful plant. I think it's one of the prettiest plants that there is. When corn's growing, I love that. And it's fun to walk through too. And I don't know, it's just a cool plant. Yeah, I think we're going to probably be able to get 2 years worth of pickles, just regular old cucumbers off of this row back here, based on the fact that I just picked these yesterday, and I said, oh, let me go see if I can walk over there and find some, and I found 2 on like the first plant. I'm sure there's more in there. Mm-hmm. I think growing your own food is good too, because I eat a lot healthier when I'm growing it. Very rarely do I just eat a cucumber just straight up, but since it's in my garden, I'll do it. I'm out here. I'm hungry. I'm a little thirsty. I don't have any water. I should have brought water with me, but there's water in this cucumber, so I'll just eat it. So, Lizzie, we've already used some of your cans you've sent us. I don't know if you've been watching our videos, but Lizzie, I hate to tell you, but I saw a bunny in the garden the other day. Now, there's one place I told them not to go, and that's in this garden. They can be all around it, anywhere they want to be, but not in the garden. And one of them was in the garden the other day. He didn't cause any damage, but he crossed a line, an electric fence line that surrounds my garden that he shouldn't have crossed. Now, he survived, but I can't say for how long. Now, my eyes are great. It may be a little blurry, but I see the little brown blur hopping along out of the garden. Yeah. If the dogs could find a rabbit, they would kill the rabbit, because they've killed them in our backyard where we used to live a lot, because the rabbits for some reason decided it would be a great place to nest underneath our deck, because we had strawberry beds over there, and they would tear our strawberries up. But they also didn't realize that there were 2 dogs, vicious killer dogs, little Shiba Inus, that lived there, and so several of them got. But over here, I try to like train them. So I'll see a rabbit, and I'll be walking them and see a rabbit, and it'll be on the edge of the woods, and it'll run into the woods. And so I'll walk over there with the dogs and say, "What do you smell?" And they smell nothing. They're useless when it comes to smelling out anything. They're just looking for places to pee. That's all they're doing. I'm upset, but I bet if I let them go, they'd find them. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt I see a deer come out over here. They've been coming out a lot more recently, because they come out this way and go over to eat the apples morning and night. So So how's everybody been doing? Am I doing anything fun, exciting? We're not doing too much. Just trying to get our other house ready to sell and fixing up this one. We got our third room done. So we've only got 5 major rooms done, or 5 major rooms and then 2 bathrooms, 1.5 baths, I guess. And we've got our third room pretty much done. The trim's not done. We're waiting for prices to go down on all that stuff because there's no point in overspending. Yeah, we need to get some fireworks for the 4th. Do a big fireworks show over here in this field. It's illegal in Virginia, so there's no real good ones. It's just all the ones that can't shoot more than like 5 feet in the air. I remember being at my grandmother's house, at Grandma Frances' house, and we got spotlighted by the sheriff in a helicopter because we were shooting off massive fireworks. And we just stood there because there's nothing we could do because the fireworks were already going off. It was this huge, just multi-shot thing. Yeah. Yeah, we used to shoot a lot of fireworks. I guess they're dangerous or whatever. I used to play with fireworks though. My mom had these little figurines. I'm telling on myself, but no one really cares here. She had these little figurine houses, and they were just tiny little houses made of like straw or something, and they were painted, and they were kind of cool. And I would take these little houses. The roof came off of them because the roof was kind of made separate and put in, and I put little firecrackers in it and blow them up. Yeah, that's true, Jan. It's been really dry around here too. Hopefully, it's going to rain tomorrow. But yeah, I definitely don't want to start fires or shoot off fireworks in dry conditions. We only started one forest fire as a kid. Actually, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything. But if you think about it, kids are stupid. And we were playing with fire in the woods. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Lizzie knows what we're talking about. But we were playing with fire in the woods. No big deal. And a couple of the neighbors' kids. So me and this other kid who were a little bit older than the other two, we start walking back up the hill from the woods, and we turn around because we hear something screaming, and the kids are just running up the hill, and behind them is just flames. And we're like, what did you do? We just left you, and there was no fire, and now there's a huge fire. Well, they decided that it would be a good idea to take this old dead Christmas tree that they found in the woods and light a fire underneath that old dead Christmas tree. And within seconds, everything was on fire. My friend, he did the probably not very smart move, but we didn't know what to do really. Ran down there, grabbed the tree, and moved it to try to get it off of the fire. For some reason, it was completely engulfed. And all that did was made it exponentially worse. The trees caught on fire. The fire department was called. And then the kids who actually did it blamed me and the other guy on it. But nothing came of it. Yeah, just one little forest fire. No big deal. Yeah, we were the good kids around us. We were pretty, excuse me, I shouldn't eat with my mouth full, but we were pretty destructive, though. We'd go out in the woods and just tear the woods down. We found a hatchet in the back of this guy's truck, and we did so much damage with that hatchet to the woods. We were just cutting down anything we could. And so now, 30 years later, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it on my own property, just cutting trees down willy nilly, doing whatever I want to do. So I guess not much has changed. Yeah, Lizzie didn't do anything. I think we're okay on jars, Lizzie, for now. We appreciate you sending us so many. You really didn't have to. Although I guess half of them were on Walmart, right? Lizzie sent us some jars, but apparently Walmart sent too many. So we kept them. We were happy for the mistake. Because we've canned, in our video, we talked about this too, but we've canned 21 quarts of beans so far. And I'm about to get us some more. Yeah, I hope Walmart's not watching. If they are, you're not getting your cans back. All right, Robert, you take it easy. Forward to seeing what you're doing. Thanks, John. I appreciate you. Yeah, I only need 4, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, we got so many pickles. I need to go pick some more over here. Yeah, we've been sitting in like 180 for a while, and we got up to 196 today. Of course, YouTube will take those away from us tomorrow, but I figure if I can hit 200 on a live, I'll do my 200 subscriber electric fence touch, and hope I don't die up here. Amy's got to be on the watch. Just call 911 in case I pass out. But at least you guys will see it. I'm gonna go pick some cucumbers. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look. I got to get more of these for Amy. Amy needs some pickles. We've been working on mine so much that these are odd shaped ones, but they'll work for something. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys helping us. Let's see. I might have some squash over here. I saw Jan pruning back her squash. That video you just posted a little while ago, Jan. We don't prune anything around here. We did some pruning on our tomatoes and stuff, but we really haven't pruned too much on our squash. It's just wild. Our yellow squash is starting to slow down in producing. So they probably got another week or two before we just kind of move on to these other plants over here, I guess. Oh, you know what? There is a zucchini over there I need to pick. Hang on, I'll be right back. Losing stuff. It's just chaos. This would be a good zucchini bread one. Size of my arm there. If I see the bunny, I'll get it for you, Lizzie. And yeah, we'll make it talk. It's a good sized squash there. Yeah, it's pretty constant. There's probably a couple more squash on there I could pick. Hey, Cosmic Cultivators, how are you? Some good zucchini here. And I saw several pickles over there too. We did give our neighbors some stuff, Lizzie. We gave them some squash, and they gave us 2 dozen eggs that they had from their chickens. So I joked in a video that we turned squash into eggs. I'll go pick some more in a minute. Figure while I'm here, might as well pick some stuff too. Yeah, this guy here probably weighs 2 pounds. It's that ASMR stuff. It's weird. We do watch a channel called Veggie Boys. We kind of watch them religiously, and we've liked them for a while. And they do live pickings as well. And one of the things we like is hearing the crunch as they pick things off the plants. But I also watched another video, and it's not wrong, but it's just the way we do it. Not to twist your zucchini to break it off, but I just do it anyway. But it can damage your plant. It can damage the fruit too if you don't twist it, if it just happens to break off. I did find that if it's just rained or if you've just watered, that seems to be a worse problem though than if it's been dry, because there's a ton of water that's injected into the fruit and then it becomes a little bit softer. Just something. Yeah, send us some water, Lizzie. I think we're supposed to get some this weekend. It seems like the only water we've been getting is when a tropical storm comes through that eventually gets to us. Sometimes we get water. But my drip tape's been working really well. I've been running it a little more consistently since we fixed the hose problem that we had. Which I think when we had the hose problem, we didn't water for, several days, probably a week or so. And I think that's when we got our blossom end rot problem with our tomatoes, because we didn't water them and it was really, really dry. Tell you what though, picking cucumbers and stuff, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it irritates my hand. Oh, John. Tamed, huh? We'll see. We'll see. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time left in this season. I was too busy trying to get this garden up and running to talk too much trash in the beginning. But now that we can grow some vegetables, we don't have to ask the question of will it grow. We know it will. Now we have a little bit more time for trash talking. Like Amy said, our weight will be the answer. My shirt has "You're killing me" smalls. I've watched this, I've made a couple videos in this shirt, and all you can see is "you're killing." I figured somebody would ask me, but no one has asked me yet. Hey, Granny Moreno, how are you? Sorry, I should stop playing with the zucchini. It's just so fun. I will be killing that bunny. If I see that bunny in my garden again, I have stashed weapons all around my garden now. Some explosive, some knife weapons. Yeah, I could kill the bunny with this guy right here. Beat it to death with this cucumber. But if it eats my vegetables, it'll become a vegetable. We do have a ton of rabbits around here, though. And I'm quite surprised they have not gotten into the garden yet. But I guess they're waiting for something that they really like. It's the same with deer. So deer can jump. I've got it. This fence is about 6.5 feet tall. Deer can jump upwards of an 8-foot fence. They can really even jump an 8-foot fence, but it's about just giving them a second thought maybe on this fence is really the only thing it's going to do. Yeah, they'll jump right over it. It's amazing how high a deer can jump. But if you keep them out and they don't know what's in the garden, they may leave it alone. And as long as they're eating our apples, maybe they'll be happy with that. Because they clean our apples up that fall from the apple tree, so I don't have a problem with that. And they seem to be pretty happy with what's on the ground. Yeah, we had a cat last year that just was picking up all of our plants and just dropping them, just picking them up. I don't know why. I think we had some lavender in that bed, and it really wanted to eat that lavender, or at least just pick it up. It didn't eat it or anything. It just wanted to destroy lavender. The animals will find out that this exists this year or next year. They'll find out, and we'll have to deal with them. I mean, this has been a hayfield for probably 40 years. So they're used to eating what they eat, which is hay, and they probably have other people's gardens that they know exists that they're eating out of right now. Yep, Cosmic. That's what we're going to do. We were planning to do it this year, but it's just we've got too much other stuff going on. But we're going to put a little second fence up for them because we heard that keeps them from jumping, messes with their depth perception, like you're saying. So, also heard that you can actually keep them out with just fishing wire. And the reason why you can do that is because if they meet a fence that they can't see, they don't want to have anything to do with it. They don't understand it. But if they can see the top of the fence, they'll jump it because they know how high it is. They know they can make it over, but they have to know that. So that's another interesting way of doing it. John, Simply Jan can jump pretty high when she's trying to steal other people's ideas. We with this T-post thing all by ourselves, and then she comes across and just uses T-posts like it's her idea. It's a shame. Shame. What else can I pick while I'm here? What's become of our radishes? I guess you can eat these radish seed pods. You just kind of wanted to see what they do, and they've grown like crazy. I mean, it's just a tiny little radish on the end, but it bolted and created this tree. But we're going to collect these. Try to plant them in something next year. I don't know. Have you guys ever planted these to see what they do? Let's see what's in here. Radish beans. These little fellas. It's a big bean for such a little radish seed. And that's freaking delicious. All right. Yeah, take care of her, John. Do something good for once. Hey, Twin Brookacres, how are you? Well, they are good, but they're chewy. Hmm. They're delicious. They taste really sweet, but they're very fibrous. I've been on there for too long. It's probably poison I just ate. So, oh well. Yeah, it's kind of neat though. All right, I'm gonna find something else. I know I got some other stuff to pick. Still got some peas over there. We didn't do much with our peas this year. We ate a bunch, just kind of ate them. But I got some beans. This live stream is just me eating things out of my garden. That's really what's happening right now. A little too big. A little fibrous. That's cool. Nice. We had a lot of geese where I used to work. Those things are mean. They would just stand in the way if everybody would be trying to leave work, and they would just stand in the middle of the road and wouldn't move. I need to pick the beans. And I will after this stream. We have to hit 200 subscribers for me to pick beans, Amy. Everybody knows that. We're still at 196 subscribers. Can't pick beans. All these beans are making me thirsty. Yeah, Amy's a big player. If you're not careful, our weight twice, one for Amy and one for me, because I heard that's okay to do. You sure you want that? You sure you want 400 pounds? Ooh, bean. Oh, actually, I could show Amy something she hasn't seen before, huh? Got our yellow wax beans. It's beautiful. Yeah, Amy's sugar mama. I'm just out here sweating, picking vegetables, making sure that the weeds don't take over. Yeah, these things are pretty though. What else do I got? I'm about to have some peppers, although they've got a little ways to go. There's definitely quite a few on there. Yeah, we tried a lot of new stuff this year. We have the space to do it, so there's no reason not to. Crazy clouds out there. Fine. Suspend me. You can't suspend this. Can't suspend it. I kind of wish you could because I could use a break, but you can't suspend it. They're just going to keep right on coming. It doesn't matter. The weight train is filling up. We are just producing beans and zucchini and yellow squash and big old cucumbers. There's nothing I can do about it now. The cat's out of the bag. I'm about to have some corn too. And okra. Okra is going to be our next big thing, I think. Okra is huge. I mean, we've got 3 rows of okra, and okra produces like crazy. I love okra too. We can freeze it. It handles well being frozen. The only problem with these growing a bunch of squash and zucchini is that, you know, you can't like slice them and freeze them. They don't really work out that well. We've heard that there's some ways to do that, but we've never been able to do it. Oh, you got some weight there, Cosmic Cultivators? You got to do a spreadsheet. Because I like grilling them, or we just put them in like, pan fry them and just heat them up. And Amy made some really good stuff the other day that had some of our potatoes, that had some of our onions and some squash in it. And I just added some sausage to it. Oh, it's so good. She made some before she left and left me a couple of them. You don't have to do that, Lizzie. It's fine. Hey, Bees and Seeds. Thanks for coming in, though. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we're grading ours too. We've got tons of freezer bags full of graded it. And we did do some dehydrating as well. Actually, we tried dehydrating, but we used the same dehydrator that we used to dehydrate our peppers, and it was naturally peppered, but a little bit too much for Amy, a little bit too much for me, to be honest. So that was a big mistake. So Amy got a second dehydrator so that we could dehydrate things that are not peppers. Oh boy, 197. Hang on, let's see. Maybe YouTube took it away from us already. Oh, nope, still there. Yeah, we planted okra in a spot that was 3 foot by 3 foot at most in our backyard, where we have trees all around it, but the sun during the day just came down in that spot for just a few hours, And we were able to produce enough okra that every 2 days I could go out there and pick a whole meal. We froze a bunch of it and everything. And the plants didn't really look that good. They actually didn't put on a ton of leaves. They put on just enough leaves to grow up to try to match the sun. But they put fruit on every one. 147 pounds of pork. That's pretty good. We need some pork. We do eventually want to get pigs. We're going to do chickens first. It's kind of our trial run with animals. But we can't do that until we're out here full time with no other house to worry about. Awesome. Thanks, Cosmic. Appreciate it. $198. Just need 2 more. And I'm going to touch that fence right there. Hopefully it's on, or hopefully it's off. Do you like eating it, John? Okra? Some people don't like okra. Yeah, Amy brought up another good thing we learned, that what you can do if you've got deer in the area that don't really pay attention to your electric fence or jump right over it, is you can put aluminum foil on the outside of it and put just peanut butter on it or something. They'll come up and lick the peanut butter and it'll shock them. Sounds good, John. I appreciate it. Yeah, our dogs love okra too. They really do. We grill it, and we just eat the main part. We don't eat the root of it, I guess, if you will. I don't know how you say it, but the stem part. We give that to the dogs, and they love it. Hey, Frugal Farmer Channel, how are you? Yeah, it's definitely the dog's favorite vegetable, okra. They love okra. And they'll have plenty of it this year. We may not even have to buy them dog food anymore with all the extra stuff we've got this year. And all these rabbits we're going to get, Lizzie. Yeah, we're the same way up here. All right, Twin Brook Acres. I can't speak tonight for some reason. I appreciate you coming in here. All right, where we at now? 199. We just need one more subscriber. I don't know how I feel. Everything was good until I realized I needed to touch this electric fence, and we're one away. I'm not sure how I feel about this now. I mean, yeah, I'm a little scared. It's not that bad though. I didn't get the biggest generator. All right, well, I'm gonna go back over here and look for a few more cucumbers real quick. Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls. Killing me, electric fence. Hey. Oh no! So it actually happened, huh? Okay. All right then. Well, I guess this is it, huh? Oh boy. Let me move all this stuff out of the way, all this food. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. I think people just wanted to see me get electrocuted, but that's okay because that's what I said I would do. Fine. Look at that sweet zero turn back here. Woo. My chariot. All right. Let me see if it's on. First off, do a little test here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look, I got to create suspense, Amy. I can't just touch the electric fence. You got to get another hour of watch time. Just kidding. Yeah, it's definitely on. Oh. Oh goodness. Yeah. One way you can test an electric fence, just to teach people this, you can take a blade of grass and just put it on there and get it close. I felt it strong through the blade of grass, which is not good. It is not good. So luckily with electric fences these days, it just pulses. So you just get a pulse. It doesn't stay on all the time. And I'm just going to teach you guys about electric fence so that I don't have to touch it. I'll just stall. Maybe it'll go bad by the time I'm done. Hey, look at this cloud over here. It's crazy. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just a beautiful cloud? All right. Okay. Hey, did you guys see this mimosa tree over here? Isn't that pretty? It just comes out over the field. Nice shade. It is beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing. It's just one good shock, you know, right? Thanks, Lizzie. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. This is intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is all right. All right, John. This one's for you, John. It actually isn't that bad. Although I feel it. Man, that was kind of anticlimactic. Woo. Okay. There, I did it. It really wasn't that bad. Just makes your muscles clench up a little bit. Now lick it. No. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. I'm hoping that doesn't mean that I've got a short somewhere that's sucking juice out of it. I got to go out and get my actual tester now. Whew, whew. Actually, it's better to grab it. Oddly, it hurts worse when you just stick one finger on it. You know what, Cosmic? That's not a bad idea. It's a Tim's machine. I've been having some back pain. Amy can attest to, and you know, I think it might be a good Tim's machine. Hey, look, Simply Jan. All right, I'll lick the electric fence, but not at 200 subscribers. At 1,000 subscribers, I'll lick it. Actually, I'll try to do something better than that. It's really not that bad. I mean, it doesn't feel good, but okay, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. But it's enough. I know you guys really hoped I screamed like a little girl, but it just wasn't going to happen. Yeah, I have to stick my back to it. Oh, yeah. That's definitely got a little zap to it, though. That's enough to let you know it's there, but I was actually expecting worse. But so that's good. So for 200 subscribers, that wasn't so bad. Now, what should I do for 500? Lizzie, I would never do that. All right, let me turn this around so I can sit. Pee on it. What's funny is I come out here and I will pee in the corners of the garden to just put some scent out there. So hopefully things stay away. And plus it's just nice to do. And I've come close to peeing on it a couple of times by accident, not even thinking about it. Hey, 1,000 subs. All right, fine. 1,000 subs, I'll lick it. I'll eat the fence at 500. Well, maybe there's some nutrients in there. I don't know. 201. Well, Jan, what do I do at 202? That's right, Cosmic. One thing we definitely failed at this year is we started a little compost pile where we just had a bunch of wood chips, and so we were going to add, green stuff to it and break the wood chips down. Although I need to check it, it's probably not too bad. We really just couldn't keep it wet was the big thing. That kind of made us give up on it. But I was over there peeing on that compost pile every day. And nah, John, I can't do that. But I appreciate knowing that you would love for that to happen. How do you think we got these pickles? These are pea pickles. Just delicious. Hey, one thing that is interesting is our the field over here where our drain field is for our septic tank is there's a spot there that's just beautiful. So we're definitely putting some good nutrients back into our field on the other side. So if we want to plant a tree there, yep, that's why they're so sweet, Amy. It's that Mountain Dew I've been drinking. Goes straight through me, right into pickles. So we're going to start marketing that and start selling us some pickles. That's right, Cosmic. Yep, they're already preserved. Yeah, Mountain Dew gives it a color too. I mean, it's just, man, if you want a nice pickle, we're giving away some secrets here. It's like, you know, GMO Mountain Dew pickles. It's Mountain Dew's built right into it. We just need to add some carbonation in here, find a way to get it carbonated. This is the new energy drink. You're welcome anytime, Jan. Just come on up, but bring some of that water you guys been getting with you. Pepper, pickle, pepper. Or pepper, pickle, pickle. That's like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Like that? Actually worked out. I'm surprised. Of Dr. Pepper pickle pepper. See? The doctor is what throws it off. Peter Piper picked a peck of Dr. Pepper pickled peppers. Dr. Peter Piper picked a peck of Dr. Pepper pickled peppers. I'm having way too much fun with that. Well, I'm happy. Hey, number one, we hit 200 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that. I'm sure YouTube will take them away tomorrow, but hey, that's awesome. Also, I just saw lightning strike off in the distance, so maybe that rain is actually coming. Hey, we got tents. We got a tent for you, Simply Jam. We got a tent. We got a 12-person tent and a nice air mattress. Yeah, I think there's healing properties to touch in this electric fence. I feel good. I feel exhilarated. Hey, Lori, how are you? Yeah, I almost feel like I could juggle. Almost. It's not happening. 200. We thought we would never see this day. 201 subscribers. Two 201 crazy people. Sorry, my camera likes to reset itself for some reason and goes dark and light, I think. I don't know if that's just on my side or if you guys are seeing that. Yeah. Yep. Well, hey, at least this is recorded so people can't say I didn't touch the electric fence. And actually, Jan, that'd be perfectly fine. I keep trying to get myself to do more camping because I want to do that. I like doing it. But that air conditioning's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, Jan, if you came up, we'd put you in a good room. We'd put you in the good room. You've got 3 rooms finished in the house now. You probably get one of those. Probably. Or you can have the hammock. You seem to like the hammock. Hey, Endale Homestead. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, we don't go live too much. We need to go live more often. Yeah, John, I don't know, we try. Sometimes we'll put out tons of videos and then the next week we won't have so many. So we do need to be a little more consistent with that. But we just kind of make them when we make them. And we know that, I think our primary goal really isn't, massive growth or anything. It's just kind of a side effect. We like it, but actually, one thing I was telling Amy and talking to Amy about is that we've kind of grown very slowly. Sorry, I thought I saw a deer through the woods. We've kind of grown slowly, but our views are up, are consistent with the amount of people that we have, and we kind of like that. That we're not 10,000 people with 2 people watching a video. We're getting, we're 200 subscribers now with 40 people watching a video, and we're pretty good with that. But we do need to do some more lives too. All right, camera, figure out what you're doing. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. One thing I like about this garden, not the random noises that I keep hearing, but it's there's not a ton of bugs at night. There's some, but it's not that bad. I've been in places where the bugs are killer, and it's really not a lot out here. Yeah, we're glad to have you, Andale. It's getting a little dark out here, so my camera's having issues on my laptop, but we just like growing food. That's pretty much what we do. And we've done a really good job at it this year so far, and everything's looking good. One thing that our neighbors did tell us that we have out here is we do have black bears. We have not seen any black bears yet. So if you see any black bears behind me, just give me a heads up. Let me know. There is something back there. So once they're adults, I think you can use pyrethrin on some of them if you can spray them directly. Pyrethrin and insecticidal soap mix apparently works. But we have stink bugs. Well, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of squash bugs. I don't know about stink bugs, although because they are different. They're not the same. They look very similar, but not the same. But I think pyrethrin actually works for both of them. Pyrethrin works for beetles and some other things like that, and it kills them on contact. I don't know if it's considered organic or not, but it is a natural pesticide. It's made from the chrysanthemum flower. But what it does is it actually attacks their nervous system and paralyzes them, and then they die. I've had to learn a lot about pesticides this year. They're just black bears, Jan. They're fine. Just nice black bears. Hey, Indiana Backyard Gardener. Thanks. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by lightning over here in the distance. That big cloud I showed you guys earlier, I don't know if I can move it around, but I don't know if you'll be able to see this. But over here, of course, it's going to stop as soon as you guys... the camera may not pick it up because it's kind of light, but it's in those clouds. Ooh, did you guys see that one? Duck, Jan. Duck. I forget the name of these clouds, but I always call them the cumulus clouds. You just start making stuff up. It's like LMNOP. When you see kids saying their alphabet and they're like MNOP, that's what I do with these cumulus clouds. But they are way up there. Yeah, Jan, we have Japanese beetles too. What is the name? Bull's Garden or the Bull Garden or something like that. I can't remember exactly the title of his channel, but he did a good one on capturing Japanese beetles because and I didn't know this either, but when you kind of hit them, they fall. That's their natural thing, is not just to fly off. They fall first and then they try to fly away. So if you put a plate underneath them, and again, I can't take credit for this. It's Bull's Garden, I think it is. If you knock them into that plate, they'll just fall onto the plate, and usually they'll fall on their back, and then you put them in soapy water and kill them. Yeah, we're supposed to get some storms tomorrow. I don't know where this one's going, but it is a super massive. I mean, that thing's tall. It's up there. But we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, which we need. And over the weekend, next 2 or 3 days, it's supposed to rain. Yeah, the Bull's Garden. He's funny. That's a funny guy. He's entertaining. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the Bull's Garden, you should. Yeah, I'll let you guys just watch the show. It's better than my face. Yeah, Jan. So I used a trap that's got a scent thing on top of it, and they just kind of fall into it when they fly over there. It's worked okay, but to be honest, I think it's probably attracted more. So I think the key is to keep it away from the garden if you do it, to attract them over there if you've got a scent one maybe. Because wherever I moved it, so I had it at the top of the garden, and then I moved it to the bottom of the garden, and I noticed that when I was at the top, they were all over my potatoes, and then when I moved it to the bottom, they were all over the corn. So I think, yeah, I'm not really 100% sure if it's good or bad, but it does catch them. But I think it attracted a lot more, I saw. So yeah, we definitely do, Amy. It's still a little too close. And I mean, we've killed countless Japanese beetles. So yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, we've killed so many Japanese beetles, I don't even know how to count it. But you guys hear our dogs, our neighbor's dogs. The neighbor has a fox preserve, and he's got a bunch of dogs over there. Probably got like 50 dogs, and they run around sometimes at night. I'm not sure what his schedule is or what he does, but yeah, Jan, we need to get some chickens. Our chickens would love these fields because they are full of grasshoppers, ticks. They're full of ticks too. And so that's why we love chickens as well. We do Wickershire. There's some around here. There's not a ton right now, but I see them kind of over here. I don't know if you guys can see. I think it's just overexposed because of the camera, but yeah, those dogs, they just bark all the time and they just run around. I mean, they're hunting dogs, and so a lot of times around here, it's also legal to run dogs in deer hunting. So you'll hear a bunch of dogs all the time during deer hunting season, and really what they're doing is they're barking to scare the deer up, and then they run the deer back to where the people are at. So that's how they do it around here. A lot of places that's illegal, but it's still legal here. The only negative thing about it, I mean, I really don't care what you do. I probably prefer the more traditional way, but I understand that there's traditions of using dogs and hunting. But the only thing I don't like is that they can run across your property and there's nothing you can do about it. And actually, uh, dogs have been deemed that they cannot trespass, and the owners of the dogs have the right to come onto your property without your permission to retrieve their dogs. So that kind of sucks. But as long as you have a good relationship with your neighbors, it's usually not a problem. So Wickershire right now, I'm just using. So we've got T-Mobile, and they've got this little wireless gateway that has battery power for 8 hours. So I brought it up here to the field, and I'm just using that. And then I I ran a probably dangerous extension cord. It's like um, oh, what's that old movie where he hooks all the Christmas stuff together? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's kind of like that to get power over here to the field. It always gets dark over here, and I always, ooh, that was a good strike. Yeah, the wires are, you're not supposed to hook a bunch of extension cords together, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta live dangerously. You know, you know. I tell people that I'm living la vida loca, and I mean it. I stand by it. I'm living a life where I'll put multiple extension cords together and run it out to a garden. Oh wow, Indiana, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I'm originally from Alabama, so I live in Virginia now. But in Alabama, we had tornado sirens. It seemed like every night. We basically ignored them. They were so often. But usually, if we get tornadoes up here, they've weakened to the point where they're very small and do minimal damage. Yeah, Amy, it's been electrifying. Electric fence, now lightning. Hey, at 1,000 subscribers, I'll touch that lightning. We're in Buckingham County, Wickershire. You like that, Amy? That was my Uncle Rico moment. How much you want to bet I can throw a football over the mountains? Look, people survive getting struck by lightning all the time. I'll probably be fine. We're gonna have to change our name to Homestead Storm Watchers. It'll be Homestead A. That's right. Yeah. Um, I'm originally from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and we had a big one in what was it, 2011? Come through there. I'm like a tornado repeller. Everywhere I go, the tornadoes are not. When I was a kid, we lived in North Carolina for a little while, and I went to go visit my grandmother in Alabama. And while that happened, a tornado hopped over our house in North Carolina. It tore down my basketball goal, hopped over the house, and landed in the field on the other side. Otherwise, it would have went right through the house. And then when I came back to North Carolina, a tornado went through the backyard of my grandmother's house. So they're trying to kill me, but they haven't got me yet. And they always seem to be where I'm not. My grandmother was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yeah, tornadoes are scary. The 2011 one, which was a huge tornado, I was at work and I was watching it. I work in IT and we were in network monitoring. So um, I have to watch, weather maps because they'll kind of help you with outages to determine why something went down. Is maybe there's a storm rolling through. So we had these big weather maps that we would look at, and I looked at, the southeast, and I saw all these little tiny red dots all over it. And this was a huge breakout, and I think it was April 2011. There was like 200 or 300 tornadoes that all broke out. It started in Mississippi, and we even got some tornadoes up here in Virginia. But I looked at several of them, and they were right really close to my family. And I had family in Mississippi and in Alabama as well, all over the place. And my sister lived in Mississippi at the time, and it was kind of right on top of her. And um, sorry, Andale. We lived in Mocksville, North Carolina. But so she lived there, and there wasn't one that hit there. But I jumped on the news, and for those in kind of the South in that area, you know who James Spann is. And I watched James Spann, and I hadn't watched him in years. And he's talking about this tornado, and he says, it's at the Skyland Boulevard exit. And I was like, okay, I know where that is. That's the exit I take to get off to go to my grandmother's house. And he said, um, it's on the same road that my grandmother's house is there. I was like, oh no. So I called my mom and my sister, and it didn't hit there, but it hit my mom worked at the mall, and it clipped the mall, but it took out a ton of stuff. I mean, it really decimated the town, but Tuscaloosa's come back from it pretty good. I mean, there's a ton of money because of football programs and stuff too that's helped them, and rebuilding money, and so it's a better town, I guess. Well, I will say it's getting a little late over here, and I probably gotta get some of this stuff I picked inside. Amy, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pick beans tonight. Sorry. I'll get up early in the morning and pick them. Um, but I definitely appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us, watching the storms off in the distance, and watching me pick an electric fence, touch an electric fence. For those of you who missed it, you can go back and watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna head back in. I'm probably getting eaten up by mosquitoes out here. Well, enjoy your work, Cosmic Cultivators, and we appreciate you spending some time over here. Try not to work too hard. What the heck was that? And the whippoorwill's out. It's time to end the stream, right? All right, guys. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you on the next live. Really appreciate you guys. Take it easy.